Okay.
So let's talk. So on that note, let's talk about Mr. Popper's Penguins. First of all, should we talk about you guys buying the ticket first?
Yeah,
Sure.
let's start there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you're gonna love this.
Okay.
Yeah, when I went up to the ticket counter, I slammed my hand on there. I was like, "Mr. Popper's Penguins." The guy who was taking the ticket, it took me 5 minutes to get my ticket. He did not honestly believe that I'm going to go see Mr. fucking Popper's Penguins.
You're also wearing a comic book shirt.
I'm wearing my comic book shirt, my Joker shirt, and he honestly, like, he even charged me for a 3D showing of the Green Lantern because he honestly thought I was fucking with him that much.
I had to step in and be like, no, it's for a website. They actually are seeing Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Even then, he was like, "Are you sure?" It's like, you can go see Green Lantern. I'm not going to go see Green Lantern. I'm seeing Mr. Goddamn Popper's Penguins.
So I paid for Jared's ticket, and he charged 2 tickets, and I go, I was buying one. He's like, oh, sorry, I thought you were buying Mr. Popper's Penguins too, and I'm like, no, I'm seeing Green Lantern. He's seeing Popper's Penguins. I just need one. Because that was a good 5 minutes.
That was at least 5 minutes of this poor ticket guy at midnight thinking that I was screwing with him.
Yeah.
Which
Mr. Popper's
Penguins. I went out there and was like, Mr. Popper's Penguins. He just was like, what? Mr. Popper's Penguins. Are you sure? No, but I'm still going to see it.
I love the one thing you said. You know, you don't have to see that movie.
You don't have to see that movie.
I get in about the last 10 minutes of the Green Lantern, I get a text from you. I get a text from Jake. I look at it and I go, with the fucking 3D glasses on, I'm checking the fucking my text message. All of a sudden I read, I guarantee you our movie was better than yours. And I'm looking at it like, I believe him. This movie sucks.
Well,
and I wrote that, and you write back and go like, oh, just you wait, or something like that. So what exactly happened with this movie?
let's first say that the movie itself, Mr. Popper's Penguins, actually did suck, like royally, like
Really?
Like Judy Moody sucked.
You look like you're holding in like
yeah. I'll let him loose in just a minute.
Things happened in that theater.
I'll let him loose in just a minute. But yeah, that movie was so awful, was so terrible. It was a steaming pile of cute. That's really the best way to describe it.
No, it was like reheated shit.
that was the monster in our movie.
Yeah. No, he looks like reheated shit.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Crossed with a baby octopus.
I'm glad we both watch the exact same movie.
So anyway, I'm trying to watch the movie, and he's go on.
I'm laughing my ass off. I didn't do it, okay? I don't appreciate you immediately jumping to the conclusion that
Sorry.
I did something.
Sorry.
But in your defense, there's a very good possibility I did, but no.
Let's just say this: there was another couple in that theater.
You weren't alone?
No.
No.
So another couple.
I don't want. No. Explain the story in full.
I think I know
please.
where this is going.
You should. So we're sitting there, and the ticket lady first came in and just like sat there and stared at us. I was like, "How you doing?" She was like, "What movie is this?" I was like, "Mr. Popper's Penguins." Come on in, have a seat. We're the only ones watching it. And she laughed and laughed, and I'm sitting there watching the commercials I just paid $10 to see. This couple walked in. And they were walking up, and the guy was like, wow, I thought we were going to be the only people here. I was like, I was thinking the exact same thing when you guys came in.
Yeah.
I didn't think much of it.
Uh-huh.
So,
Continue.
this is exactly where it's going. So we're sitting there, and we're watching the newest tweeny movies that are going to come out.
Yeah.
And I hear a moan, a female moan.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And I started to laugh because they're sitting like in the very top row of the theater,
Yeah.
right? Way behind us. We're sitting like front row, like so not front row center, but like in the middle of the row, like the ideal viewing spot.
Yeah.
And I heard that, so I started to giggle because it's midnight and I'm tired. And then I hear, ouch. It's like, what is going on up there? And
Doesn't go there.
I turned around and looked, and I didn't see anything. So I was like, well, okay. And then the girl walked down the aisle. This is all, of course, before the movie ever started.
Oh.
And so she was walking down, and she was tugging at her shirt a little bit, like, pulling it down.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are they doing up there? And so she comes back in. The movie started, so I'm sitting there watching this just awful movie, and I start hearing this rhythmic, right? And
It wasn't just the penguins slapping their web
oh no,
feet
no,
on-
no! The penguins have not shown up yet. And so I'm hearing this, and at first I thought Jared was just ripping ass because it sounded like it was coming right beside me, and I look over at Jared, just movie. So I was like, it wasn't Jared.
I really was. Just
I was like,
brain dead.
yeah,
This movie was just so bad.
it was bad. It was bad. And so I was like, okay, it's not Jared. What are they doing up there? And I turned, and I'm sitting kind of like this, and they can't see me. So I go like that to turn and look. And when I looked up there, I saw titties. Bare ass titties. The girl was giving the guy a hand job.
Yeah.
At least I'm assuming that's what that was. Butt fucking naked. They both were. I turned around and looked, and for some reason, I guess at midnight, I'm used to seeing these things, so I
Yeah.
turned around and looked and went, oh, okay. And went back to watch a movie, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I turned around and looked, and sure enough, they spent the entire movie having sex. Jared had no idea what they were doing. After he was like, dude, why didn't you tell me? I was like, dude, why weren't you listening?
I was watching this great movie.
This movie was awesome.
No.
I believe you. It sounds like your movie was better than ours.
Way better. This is by far the best movie I've seen.
We were watching Green Lantern, a room full of comic book geeks. There was no sex going on.
You should have came to Mr. Popper's Penguins.
You should have
'cause that's
texted
where
us
you pick
sooner.
up the
We
bitch.
would have came.
That is where you get laid, Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Dude, if you had texted us like 5 minutes into that, we would have left Green Lantern.
You should have just came over anyways. There was nobody there. There was two people having sex, and you could hear penguin noises going, "Meh." At the same time, she's going, ah!
Was she hot? Was she hot?
No.
They were white trash.
They were very
Really?
trashy.
Yeah, they were very
But it
white
was
trash.
worth it. I don't care what she looked like. Kudos for her.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I'm so
she's-
glad I paid money so you could watch some fucking porn right in front of you. I had to watch Green Lantern.
I had to watch.
You had much better fucking 3D than I did.
I was watching Mr. Popper's Penguins. I don't know. I
Jared, I'm sorry, man, but there is no excuse for you to be watching Mr. Popper's Penguins
I was
and not realize there are
brain dead.
bare-ass titties right behind you.
I was brain dead.
So much titty.
It was
Through the whole movie?
The whole, like, I would
Dude
just,
has some
'cause
stamina.
I'm like, okay, I have to focus somewhat because I got to do a review,
Yeah.
but I can't because there's two people having sex
Yeah.
right behind me. So part of the movie where I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure I can ad-lib what's going on next. I'm gonna go turn around and watch some titty.
Was there any... Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. All I was going to say was, which is great because that's the most action I've gotten in like 8 or 9 months. So I'm quite happy I got up at midnight to go see
See,
this.
it pays to go see the midnight screenings with us.
Yeah, it just took, Priest
Pirates 4.
and Pirates 4 to do it. And the one movie I wanted to see all goddamn summer, I slept.
Yeah, Super 8.
Fucking, god damn it.
Dude, I'll bet you now, after this experience with Popper's Penguins, you're really looking forward to Cars 2
Oh
next
my,
week.
you have no idea. I'm going in butt-ass naked with a trench coat, a top hat, and I'm sitting right in the back. So I could just watch everything. I really wanted to get the name and addresses and phone numbers of that couple and have them come out to every midnight screening from now on with us.
Just so you could join in.
Good Lord, no. I'm not crossing swords with him. I don't want any of his juice on me.
I'm
That's
looking at the
gross.
trap, Ray. Oh, fuck.
It's like an eclipse.
Was there any kind of, like, weird eye contact
Oh yeah.
during or after
yeah.
the movie?
Yeah. Actually, during them having sex,
Did
Yeah.
he give you the thumbs up or anything?
they noticed me looking at him.
Yeah.
And I had this big shit-eating grin on
Yeah.
because this is hilarious. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Well, outside of the pornos. And, like, she was positioned on top, so I couldn't see him.
I believe it's called reverse cowgirl.
That would be reverse cowgirl, but I do not know which hole it was in, so I'm going to leave that open to debate. Because
She said
did say
ouch.
ouch. So,
He didn't use enough butter.
no, something like that involves Crisco. I need lard for this, baby. So, yeah, when I one of the times I turned around and looked, like, I stared just right at her,
Yeah.
and she stared right back at me, didn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
And that is something you just got to give thumbs up to.
She's
And
just looking.
she just like me and you are having eye
Yeah.
contact right now, just like this.
Uh-huh.
Only
I
imagine
am jerking
you,
off right now.
Well, I know, and I'm okay with this.
Did she smile at you?
No, she just stared intently
Yeah.
at me. It's like, is my turn next? Like, was I supposed to get a raffle ticket? Because I didn't get that 50-50 drawing.
Yeah.
and that's
my
bullshit.
pie.
That's my pie.
Oh,
So
fuck.
I had a terrific movie experience. Jared's
I'm glad.
was horrible.
What was like the eye contact like when you? I assume you left the theater at the same time, or did they stay behind a little?
Oh, they stayed behind.
They
Did
stayed
they?
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when the movie was over and they played Vanilla Ice.
During the
During
end
They do on the
trailer
credits.
too. On the
during
trailer.
the
I
end
think.
credits.
So they were playing I Got Off movie. I was like, all right, this is cute. My cue to leave. I got up and I immediately turned around and looked.
Yeah.
And she actually had her shirt on, but it was like
Yeah.
she was just putting
She
it
had
on.
spaghetti straps on, so she
Yeah,
was straightening out
she
her
was
spaghetti
straightening-
strap.
You have ruined this movie experience for me. Thank you very much.
I will never be able to look at a penguin without getting aroused. I went to therapy to get rid of that, and you brought it back. Thank you. So yeah, well, I turned around and looked. She was doing that,
Yeah.
and I just smiled.
I love how
Good
this was
job.
supposed to be a review of penguins, and now it's a review of fucking.
I
Well, if
review
I was-
fucking every day, every one, at least once every week. So
This is true.
yeah.
I just wanted in on some of the fun.
Yeah. See,
Well,
So, Jared,
all right,
how are the penguins?
I don't even know if they have to talk about the
CGI.
movie at this point.
I don't either.
I could care less about the movie. There's Jim Carrey, hoobity. There's some penguins. They were cute, blah, 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 blah. One of them had an egg. The egg died. Sad. Then there's a big hullabaloo, and then they take them back to where they belong. And then that one egg that died, she suddenly has a new one. Yay, life is reborn in the movie Q Vanilla Ice.
Always
yeah,
fucking.
that's it. That's
All with fucking.
I mean,
it.
all
with
while
fucking.
two white trash people are fucking behind me.
Maybe those people were employees of the theater that were just paid to be there to actually entertain people.
Yeah.
Well, they're good at their job. I should have tipped them.
You should have.
What do I even ask? Do you mention CGI penguins?
Oh yeah.
the
These
penguins were CGI.
They're CGI.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were poorly CGI.
I like Jim Carrey.
I like.
Yeah, he wasn't.
him.
He wasn't very
I
funny in
liked
this.
him.
He wasn't very funny in this. He was.
It looked like something he was just doing, like.
was
You know,
doing
he
for the-
did I Love You, Philip Morris. That was the important movie. Now, here's a paycheck.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Rob
exactly.
Schneider's busy. I'll be in this. That's what this movie looked like to me. You know, I like Jim Carrey. I like penguins. Penguins are cute, you
Yeah.
know. This movie looked to me like, and, you know, I'm going just by the trailer, but the movie looked to me like, this looks like something Rob Schneider would be in, or Adam Sandler.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't I hate Adam Sandler, but I wouldn't see him in this. This is a Rob Schneider movie.
Yeah.
It really is.
Uh-huh.
It screams Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider is a carrot.
But I caught some of the movie.
What you caught was really bad.
What I saw was horrible. Is this a children's book? Mr.
Yeah,
Popper's
the
Penguins?
book has
Okay.
nothing to do with
'Cause,
this.
No,
Yeah.
there's got to be something in this book about somebody who speaks in peas in every single sentence.
A repetition. His assistant.
His
assistant, whose name is Pipper, or Pippi, speaks in repetition.
Yeah.
All in P's. So she'll say, "I'm Mr. Popper's personal assistant, Pippi, and I portray his, personal." Just all a bunch of P's, and it's
That sounds ridiculous.
it's very ridiculous.
I've
And-
never read the book. I don't know. I know the book is supposed to be good. Yeah.
I guess.
I read like a synopsis of it, and this has very little to do with that, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure someone out there has read it.
Oh, I'm sure.
What's-
The entire movie, she was speaking everything in her speech had to have the word P in it.
Yeah.
Or letter P.
I'm sorry, the letter P, not the word.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired, and I still have boobies on my mind.
That sounds like a really good Ray Charles song.
Well, it looks
Yeah, it
like the
does.
bad guy in this, the zookeeper guy. Is it the guy from the Marvel movies? The guy who's like the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent? You know who I mean, Dave?
yeah. I know.
Coulson, the guy. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name, but I guess
He directed
he's a villain.
Choke.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Was
Well,
that
he
him?
wasn't really a fucking villain.
The zookeeper?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wasn't really a tradition. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't grabbing the penguins to mine diamonds in Antarctica or
Yeah.
something stupid like that.
Yeah.
He was a zookeeper
That was-
that realized penguins should not belong in an upscale Manhattan apartment.
Well, it's okay. The apartment's got snow. I've seen the trailers.
Okay, whoa. The only reason that apartment has snow is because Jim Carrey had the heart to open his doors to let the snow in. Okay, this was a learning
And he even
experience.
shoveled the snow into his apartment.
He made a little ice rink around the staircase. He made snowmen.
See, they can live in the snow apartment.
Oh, you don't even know the wackiness that happened before that. They watched Charlie Chaplin movies.
The penguins.
The Penguins watched
Charlie
and
Chaplin
apparently
movies.
Charlie Chaplin just has this hypnotic effect on penguins.
Do you get to see a penguin with a toothbrush mustache?
No.
Damn it.
No, you
That
do
could
not.
have had some
That would-
possibilities.
That would have been great. No, you don't
Mighty
see that.
Lovey Hitler.
But it's just movie. It's just it's why
Awful.
do movie producers think it's necessary to make family movies terrible?
Oh, you know what? I do remember the joke that I kind of made me chuckle. They were talking about at one point after the penguin's egg dies, he decides to go ahead and just let the zookeeper take the penguins back to the zoo, and he's got to tell his kids that, I let the zookeeper take the penguins, and they get all sad, and he's like, no, it's okay, they'll be fine at the zoo, and it'll be narrated by Morgan Freeman. It'll be great. That kind of made me chuckle, but that's...
Did that make you happy?
Yes, it made me chuckle.
Jared laughed during the movie a hell of a lot more than I did.
It sounds like you laughed a lot, actually.
What was I gotta ask.
Well, yeah, but mine was not related to the movie whatsoever.
You know what? Going that long, 90 minutes there? Props.
I gotta give props. I mean, I
I'll
don't
give
know
props to the guy.
if he took a blue pill or if he was really drunk or
Yeah.
if he just has amazing stamina. But
Yeah.
if you're out there, I go 8 seconds. I'm like a rodeo dude.
I gotta ask, this compared to Judy Moody in the Not Bummer Summer?
It's about the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. About the same.
This
you've seen them both, so
Yeah.
I gotta. But having not seen them both, at least this one's got penguins.
I mean, the dialogue and everything, it just there were equal amount of poo jokes and everything was just very lowbrow. Poo and fart jokes.
Our movie, the villain was a giant piece of poo. Not even kidding.
That's hilarious.
It looks like, I said this in the Green Lantern thing, the villain in this looks like the shit that was crapped out of the ass caves from Priest.
Wow.
Oh no. Oh, you just can't escape Priest.
Wow.
It shows up everywhere. No. Jared has a point. You want to know the penguins' names?
Yeah.
All right, the first penguin.
I saw the poster that has their names on it.
What do you remember their names?
Is there one of them named like Hero?
No.
Or okay.
Captain.
Captain, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first penguin that he gets, he names it Captain.
Mm-hmm.
Then his family shows up, and there's more penguins due to, I gotta say this, a sleepy Mexican bad dialogue.
Oh, really?
He calls this guy, and he was like, hey, I need to return this penguin. He's like, oh, yeah, you got the penguin. He was like, no, I need to return it. He said something about Captain, like his dad was like this world traveler.
Yeah.
It's like, I need to send this penguin back. I don't want it. It's like, oh yeah, you send penguin. Yeah, man, you send penguin. He was like, no, this is ridiculous. He was like, yeah, man, you're down crazy, man. It was like, I've told you 5 times that I need to return this penguin. It's like, okay, 5 penguin, man.
5 penguins.
And then just hung up, and then here comes 5 more penguins. That's how he gets more penguins.
Okay. I don't know. To me, it sounds like you watched a very, very silly version of Willard.
Really? Really? A silly version of Willard?
So instead of rats, he's got penguins.
Yeah, let's go with that. If you've seen Willard, you've seen Mr. Popper's penguins. Instead of the rats, add some penguins. It's the exact same movie.
Nice.
No, honestly, somebody out there really needs to rip these family movies a new asshole.
Yeah.
Because this is getting ridiculous.
It is getting ridiculous.
It is honestly dumbing down every single... I feel dumber. A, because I watch it with Jared. B, because it was a movie. I had to throw it in there. I haven't made fun of you all night.
And I appreciated it.
Well, everybody gets one. That was your one.
Okay.
All right, we got 4 minutes left on the camera. What are your final thoughts?
How eloquent.
Well, I don't blame him for saying that. Besides of the 90-minute sex that was going on behind me, the movie was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, I still enjoyed it, but for completely different reasons.
Yeah. It's the best movie you've seen all summer.
This is seriously the best movie I've seen this summer, just because of the wild sex that was going on behind me. It was great.
That's awesome. You know, I usually don't put these video logs on that guy with the glasses. I might do that this time. I might schedule this to go up on that guy with the glasses.
As far as the movie goes, if I had more time on the battery, I would rip this movie a new asshole.
Yeah.
But you spent 10 minutes talking about the sex.
Well, it was the most
It's
important
worth
part.
it.
Sex needed at least 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was shorthanding that.
Well, if you want stipend on the comments page, full paragraph.
I'll do that.
Nice. All right. So we'll be back next week with Bad Teacher and Cars 2. We'll see you then.
You better come to see Cars 2 with me. You do not know what's going to happen in children's theaters after midnight.
I might have to rethink which one I'm seeing.
Exactly.
All right. I'll see you guys.